Most of you would know me as a personal exercise and mindset coach. Now, before that, I worked as a public health professional for nearly 5 years, and then before that, I completed my Masters of Public Health at university. And basically, for those of you who aren't aware, public health is really just the study of the overall health of a population and looking at what are the factors that promote good health and what are the factors that promote bad health. So, if safety is important to you and you are motivated about avoiding an early death, if you're wanting to live a long life, or if you're wanting to avoid illness, injury, and disability and all those nasty things, I have a few more questions for you to consider really quickly. And the first thing is, what is it that is causing the majority of death today? What are some of the things we have to look out for? What are some of the things we need to take action on? Because if you are wanting to live a long life and it's a focus of yours and you're doing things to that end, let's make sure the actions we're doing are likely to lead us to the result. So I've got one chart here, and this just shows the for the whole world, the data from the World Health Organization, what the leading causes of death were in 2019. And basically what that shows is that infectious diseases such as viruses and infections, that they don't, they are a factor, but a much larger factor, a much more important one to focus on, are the non-communicable diseases, sometimes referred to as the lifestyle diseases, things such as heart disease, things such as stroke, lung disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, diabetes, and other kidney diseases. Those are the things that are really causing people to die. And then let's get more specific on that. I'm going to use the data from Australia, from the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare. And they've got some measures here to just represent the years of life lost to premature death. So they look at what the sort of how long people are expected to live, and then look at all the people who died before that and see how many lives lost there were. And then they look at what caused that death, and then they go even a step further and look at what some of the risk factors were associated with that condition. And then they have another measure for not looking at death, but looking at years of life where you're not living a full 100% quality of life. If you're living with a chronic disease or a chronic condition such as arthritis or diabetes or heart disease, whatever it may be, living with those conditions, especially if you have multiple of them because they tend to make each other worse, your quality of life isn't really great. So they've got to measure the years of life lost to disability just to try and estimate again how many years of good quality life, how many years of good health are lost due to a number of conditions. And then again, they go in and for those conditions look at what the leading risk factors were. So if you are wanting to live a long life, and to live not only a long life but a good life free of illness, disease, disability, or minimize that as much as you can so that you can have a great life filled with good memories and great experiences to share with loved ones, what exactly are you doing to make sure to guarantee that? What steps are you taking to promote your health? What are you doing to minimize these risk factors with all these conditions that will likely lead to either an early death or a life lived not at your 100%?